Hello everyone, Atram and John, back for another abysmal Theros draft. Sorry, I'm tired by now. Silence the Believers, right, John? Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe we can make something out of this. It's definitely been an unlucky week.
If you can't win with Silence the Believers in your pool, then yeah, you have problems. It's a divine omen, I think.
Then I belong in the group of you, like you, which quit for 2 hours.
Right. I officially quit the game for 2 hours.
How many times have you done that now?
Twice.
Well, last time it was like a month, wasn't it?
Well, I quit for 4 years in college.
And then you quit for what? After like GP Cincinnati, it was like a month or something, right?
It was like almost 2 months, I think. It was the best time of my life. Look at this. Dictator variables?
Damn.
We'll take that one.
We're just killing everything.
Not sure what you really take over that. Maybe Hour of Need. I didn't see what someone took the uncommon.
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't really paying attention. I just kind of damn took it.
Yes, I think he took an uncommon. We probably should have double checked that. But if so, he's probably blue. Hour of Need is about the only thing I can think of taking over that in the uncommon spot.
Right. Dictate of Erebos is just nuts. That is the dictate you want.
It's like strictly better than Grave Pact, and Grave Pact was absurd.
Right.
Well, should I say strictly? I think I would say strictly better. It's only double black and it has flash.
Right. It costs one more, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it costs one more, but who cares?
It has flash, so it's a combat trick on top of everything else. Banishing Light?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're passing this. If we get real lucky, it'll wheel.
You know how much luck that would require? 10 times the amount of luck that we have. No, 100 times. 1,000 times. Infinite luck.
A billion, trillion, quadrillion.
We'll just keep multiplying it. It requires infinite extra luck, John.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite.
So if anyone out there is familiar with up arrow notation, it would require a lot of up arrows. That's for you mathematicians out there.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Tromper? Swiftclaw?
One of those.
I kind of like, Trailblazer, Swiftclaw. I kind of grown fond of these guys. They're actually not as bad as I thought they were.
Is it better than Swiftclaw?
I don't know. Let's see. Swiftclaw is more aggressive. Trailblazer is more defensive. Would you rather in our deck be more defensive or aggressive? I think our picks show a more defensive.
Okay,
so
we'll take that guy.
I think it's the Trailblazer.
He becomes pretty huge even with just one equipped thing.
This, or this. Or this thing's even insane, too.
Yeah.
First Strike, Trample, Haste. I don't know if it's actually that... I've found that card can sometimes not be great against some people.
Well, sometimes it's not great. A lot of the times it is.
This card's nuts, though.
It's like, okay, I would take Supply Line Cranes over John's Presence, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we take like a black hero. This guy will probably wheel.
Yeah.
So you're saying Feast of Dreams.
Yeah.
I guess it does make it so we've gotten like 4 kill effects in our first few things.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll agree with you. Feast of Dreams. I like these guys. Supply Line Cranes are good too, but I like these guys.
Sure.
Do you like Supply Line Cranes better, or?
Generally, yeah.
3/5 flyer, or a 4/2, which can give Intimidate.
Intimidate is pretty good in the format. I will say that.
I think it's these guys. We can pick up a flyer or another one of those. Which would you rather have?
The 0/4, I think.
Okay.
You know the watch is pretty dorky. Where can take you to watch?
Right? It's like, it's kind of dorky, but... Yeah. It's either that or picking up this, and I'm not a huge fan of that guy.
Yeah.
This is our original pack. So that seems like the pick.
Sure.
Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or Cruel Fading.
It It works well with our Feast of Dreams, right? If it's not an enchantment, it prevents all damage.
Yeah, if it's not an enchantment, it prevents all damage dealt by the enchanted creature.
So if it is an enchantment, we can blow it up. If it's not, we can permanent it.
Obstinacy or Cruel Feeding? Cruel Feeding might be good with both of these guys.
So is Obstinacy. And if we get any of the what is it called? The 1/1s next pack.
Right.
Works better with it.
Which one? Do you want a second Omnit or Cruel Feeding?
Well, you know how I feel about Cruel Feeding.
It does trigger all the heroic stuff, though.
Sure.
It's not bad. Having so many Armaments probably isn't what you want to be doing anyways. You probably just end up...
This card might be fine.
Might be. I think it's really slow, though.
In our deck, it might be okay.
Well, I don't care about any of that.
Well, it'll be a sideboard card right now, but...
Right.
Okay.
Throw some stuff over there. So we didn't get super lucky.
We got really pretty lucky.
We got some good stuff. We didn't get our ultimate infinite luck, though.
Oh, right.
Which would have been wheeling the constellation guy.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
That seems good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's take him.
From here, the only things we're passing in our colors are some crappy shit, so yeah. That seems perfectly legit. Making your playing Underworld Dreams on a creature seems perfectly fine to me.
Creature, hag.
Yeah. Creature type, hag. Servant? Springleaf Drum, maybe.
No.
Blackout.
Servant.
I'm pretty certain it's the Servant. Things that wouldn't be the worst for us are these four.
Yeah, I would play Black Oak if it came around, I think, in this deck.
It's a very solid defensive card. Bioblight?
Wow.
Or we could pick up something along these lines, but I think I'd rather have one of these 5 things come back to us.
Yeah, Bioblight for sure. Alright, this deck is looking very, very good.
I don't know, that means I have a bad feeling about this. The better the deck looks, the worse my feelings get. Servant or Revoke?
I think we'd pick another Servant here.
Yeah, I think another. It's just like one of the best defensive cards out there. Okay, we could pick up a Revoke here, or we could pick up one of these.
I like Revoke.
Yeah, I think having...
Weight of the Underworld is just not that great, and we have all the other ones also. Why is this still here, by the way?
I don't know. Dawn to Dusk. That blew
what
me
does
out.
that get back?
That blew me out.
There's this.
What? No, what does what get back?
Oh, Dawn to Dusk.
It returns an enchantment and destroys
Yeah.
an enchantment.
We have 3 things, basically. Or it gets back Banishing Light, too.
Might be worth it might be worth being a sideboard card.
Yeah, or maybe just hold up there Titan. I know you don't like Titan.
Maybe we just take this out of here.
I'd rather pick a card we could play.
Okay, let's grab this for a sideboard.
Sure.
Excoriate?
Yep.
We're just playing ultimate defensive deck. Eidolon or Pillar? I think it's the Eidolon that makes these guys get better. Brawler or draw a card and give a guy Intimidate?
It works well with this if we pick up any of the 2/2s next pick.
Okay, I guess we can take that. It's not the worst card out there since it cantrips.
Yeah, it's usually a sideboard card.
Well, so far we have a lot of removal. We need ways to win.
Removal's what you want.
Mortals Adore or Springleaf Drum?
Drum is useless.
Is Drum useless? I mean, you can tap like these guys to make mana to get up here.
No.
Okay. Mortals Adore it is.
This is not Affinity.
Sure.
Sure.
One of these or one of these?
Yep, one of them. Can make arguments for both.
Probably need more creatures. Because you never know what you'll pick up in the next pack, so.
You don't always have to have creatures, you know, in a deck with all this removal.
Yeah, but if you don't have creatures, you just die. Because you can't win.
Not necessarily.
You can't win. Plus, if we don't have creatures, Dictative Erebos gets significantly worse. Dictative Erebos is good if we get a bunch of little tiny things that are good at dying. Swamp? Sanguimancy? Sure.
Get out,
it won't get out! There we go. It's like it won't leave. Since I know you'll want that. Sure, whatever, we'll throw another one over there. I know you'd prefer to have this over here.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Forest, maybe we play it. Probably don't play the card either.
Alright, Elspeth, one time.
Bow of Nylea.
That card's unbeatable.
Do we take one of these over it, or do we just cut it because it's physically unbeatable?
I am not a fan of ever cutting cards. Because the likelihood that you play against there's 7 other people in the draft, you know.
Yeah, but it's unfreaking beatable.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I lost the PTQ winning because of it.
Okay.
I know more than most.
Okay. That? It's a 2/4 that mills them for?
Mills us for. Or mills them for.
Mills target player for.
Sure, it's fine.
It's defensive. Slightly better than Greatheart.
Yeah. It is slightly better in Greatheart.
And Lash Reed Minotaur. I think it's one of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it, though?
I think it's a Lash.
I think it's another Lash.
Mm-hmm.
How do we win, by the way?
Once you kill all their stuff, all you have to do is attack for 2 every turn.
Uh-huh. That. We might need to play it.
Yeah, I would have picked Voyages on there.
Why?
Because, well, I would not want to play this card ever.
We might need to if we don't have any defense.
This card's fine.
That card's fine, but we have nothing to... We have 2 guys that were worth casting it on. You are aware that this has gotten strictly bad because we don't have enough to die for this effect.
Oh, come on.
Okay, that guy's pretty decent.
Yeah, Disciple, this is unfortunate. I think Disciple's what we want in our deck, though.
Yeah. Traveling or Cutthroat Maneuvers. Which actually, Cutthroat Maneuvers is better than Cruel Feeding because it gives it toughness bonus.
Yeah, but now you're crying about not having any creatures.
Right.
It is a perfectly better creature than this.
We'll start making cuts on creatures when we have more creatures to cut. What do you want? Are any of these even playable?
None of them. Probably this thing, I guess.
It is big.
And then it immediately goes to sideboard.
We'll worry about that in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Alright, see? You can win through attrition.
We're never playing, right?
That card's fine.
It's not fine. It's not playable.
Well, in most decks it's not. In this deck, sure.
Okay. Unless some Kitabliss?
Sure.
Okay, that's actually not bad. We've got to pick up. Sure, we'll have Drudge Skeletons for days.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they strictly worse than Drudge Skeletons?
I'd say worse, but not strictly worse.
They're actually almost equal, because the Drudge Skeleton's the 2-drop 1/1 with 2. This is a 1-drop 3/1/1.
Although strictly worse than a bad card is, or worse than a bad card makes it really bad, right?
Right. Okay, so we have lots and lots and lots of removal.
Good. That's where I want to be.
Creatures are crap.
Yeah, once you kill all those things, all you have to do is attack for like 2.
Right. Okay, so what do we cut here? We have 33 cards. Let me do the quick this to get a better view of what we got going on here. Blade, Feast, Revoke.
You're gonna win by suiting up every creature with a crappy enchantment, and then it'll be good once you killed all their good stuff. You know, it works. Or, pay for 2 a turn. Make a life with Servant and Fate Unravel and all this stuff.
Yeah, I guess they do eventually just die on Unraveler, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay. So our entire goal is to hit 5 mana and kind of stay there and kill everything.
Yep.
Alright. I say cut 5 creatures and then cut the rest down here would be my guess.
Okay.
So what 5 creatures? Clearly you don't want to play that.
That one.
I don't want to play that. Do we want to play these? They kind of they regenerate, which could be very useful.
Something from this pile.
Maybe one of these?
Sure. Artisan's pretty bad.
Artisan's pretty bad. Let's work down here for a moment.
Alright.
Choyo. Probably Mortal's a door, maybe? +1/+1 life.
Yeah.
Obstacles. Yeah, but it's not great. If we have Revoke, we don't need that, really. Probably not Grizzly Transformation.
I think we might need that.
Intimidate and
Let's say Armament.
You'd say Armament. But Armament stops there, guys.
That's right.
Armament kind of has the double effect.
Whatever. Get rid of this.
I mean, I don't know. It could be either or.
Yeah, we can get rid of this. That's fine.
Okay. Gotta make 2 more cuts.
Probably just these 2 then.
March and what?
Excoriate, I think.
I think Excoriate's good to keep because we want the removal, as you said.
Okay, we'll on this thing.
Okay. So we've got 13 creatures, 10 cards down here. Of these 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're all removal.
Yeah.
Except for Dictate, which is just mass removal. So.
Sweet.
Alright. Well, this will be interesting. 11-6. I kind of want to do 10-7.
Why?
Just that's how I feel. I don't know. We don't need... Actually, I'd rather have the black sources for silence.
We have all the double blacks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 11-6 should be fine. We'll see you round 1, I guess.